Hey everyone, it's Brynn coming at you from the beautiful Bonnechere River. This week, I'm just telling a little bit of my own story with lupus and why I'm such an advocate for lupus patients across Ontario and from my own hometown city of Ottawa. So, I was diagnosed with lupus, systemic lupus erythematosus, that we all know better as SLE, in the fall of 2010. And I had gone into the hospital for what I thought was an anxiety attack, and it was a heart attack. Thankfully mild, but the doctor on call in the ER had a family member recently diagnosed, and given some of my symptoms, the joint pain, the musculature, kind of seizing up, the brain fog, the breathing, the, higher protein in my kidneys. He just ran some tests for lupus, and sure enough, on September 18th, I believe that was actually on a Saturday, my physician called me and told me the news, and I thought I was going to die. And here I am talking to you and hoping to give a little bit of hope, because I do a lot of things. I am a sole support parent of 5. I have 4 currently living in my household. And I tell you, when everything seems sometimes to be all lupus all the time, you can't help but need to bring up the topic of mental health as well. I hope you know what your city's support systems are. So for example, in Ottawa, we have the Ottawa Distress Center. And I know that sounds a little bit big to start off a little bit of a personal chat with, but I'm going to tell you how important it is, because there were many times in my lupus journey since then, that September day, I will never forget it, that I just didn't want to keep on keeping on. And through those support systems, I've been able to manage better, not only for myself, but having children, having a family, having had the absolute nutter idea to go back to university at my age, because I want a career change. And I know with lupus, nothing is guaranteed, right? So I would like to make something more of what my passions and endeavors are. So I'm also a university student, 3rd year, and I'm studying a Bachelor of Science in Earth Sciences. And I gotta say, I have to tell you, friends, I'm really proud of that. The reason being is because I didn't think I was gonna make it this far. I don't know how many of you have had potential timelines, shall we say, but lupus doesn't guarantee you everything. There are individuals with lupus who have very, very mild manifesting symptoms, if at all. And there are some that are struggling greatly. And I feel that as an advocate for lupus patients, I wanted to make a difference. I also joined the board of directors for Lupus Ontario to give a broader mouthpiece for what it is that we need as patients and as a community of caregivers and families. My children have had to watch me slide down the stairs on my butt because my legs weren't working. My children think I'm angry when I keep dropping things because my hands aren't working. It's a really difficult life to live, right? When you're dealing with managing the symptoms of lupus, the fatigue that comes with lupus, the utter all lupus all the time. I've noticed that can be a real drain on one's mental health as a patient. So what I like to do is encourage people to be able to find manners, methods, coping skills, something to put in your mental health toolkit that can help you alleviate the I have a bird over here. I think you can hear it. I apologize, but he's pretty yappy, just like me. So for example, on those days where my legs aren't working, I study. I like to learn new things, and I use a little bit of my brain power for that, which is also hard because of the brain fog that a lot of us are familiar with. And, days that my hands aren't working, I can go for a walk. So I just wanted to, kind of highlight just a few tricks and tips that I've noticed over the now almost 12 years of living with lupus. It can be very isolating, especially if you don't have a positive support system, and that's why we appreciate being able to direct people to Lupus Ontario to find other patients through support groups and networking. We have wonderful physicians who are willingly giving of their time to do webinars and teach us how to not just have a better life, but even to be a better patient and empower ourselves to be able to speak with our primary care team and be able to make those steps forward in both our physical health and our mental health as well. Currently, this is actually part of my lupus. I have a secondary Sjogren's as well, which makes my voice go a little wonky. And I don't need to apologize for that. I understand that, but you know, we do live with a lot of stigma, and once you have one affliction, I find it was like every other affliction wanted to come out and play. So, you know, I'm working with fibromyalgia, secondary Sjogren's, secondary Raynaud's. I feel like I really don't have to collect them all, but this is something that it seems to have developed over the years. And it just adds a little bit of, you know, flair to the lupus as well. I wanted to take this time to offer a little bit of a mantra of hope. I'm getting a little emotional, I'm not gonna lie. Lupus is really, really hard. Lupus is so hard. I really wish those that have not heard the word will be more supportive when they do, when they understand the depth to which us patients and families endure with this disease. Again, there is no cure. My motto is keeping on, keeping on. And the reason why I say that is because I want to give validity to you for your bad days. I know what those are like. When you don't even want to shower, when it hurts to breathe, your skin hurts, your hair hurts, your teeth hurt. There are also days where they're okay. And I find it really important to be able to say, you know what, today was utterly bonkers. It sucked. And, you know, there's only 24 hours in a day. If I was to think a little sciencey, 24 hours, this particular day will be done, and there will be a new day. And I will deal with that day when that day comes. So that's why my mantra is keeping on, because it is such a journey and it is such a challenge. And I do encourage you to make little mantras of hope for yourselves, because you so very matter. You are so very important in not only your friends' lives, your family's lives. You can also help be an advocate and teach new primary care physicians and other old school healthcare teams what a lived experience with lupus is all about. And I find the reception to a lived experience to be very, very powerful. And you have that power within you. And, you know, at the end of the day, I think back on all the things that I do with my children, and I go camping, and, you know, I hurt. I hurt every day. There isn't a day where I don't have pain. But I'm going to be making memories regardless of whether I hurt or not. And I find that that has been a little bit of a help. It doesn't mean I push myself. It doesn't mean, okay, fair enough. I do a lot over the top sometimes on occasion. But notwithstanding, it's I want to live a life with lupus. More so with the empowerment and advocacy that patients across Ontario have. I am really excited to live a life without lupus. And that is our theme for this month at Lupus Ontario. We will advocate for research and funding to find a cure. And you know what? I really don't like the hand that I've been dealt with in my life, but I'm going to tell you a little bit of a secret that I keep, you know, that helps keep me going. I may not like the hand that I've been dealt with, but I'm sure as heck going to change the game. Take care of yourself. Stay safe, stay healthy. You matter.